So, just a quick update on my favorite topic. Um, yeah, that was always one of the things for me was being able to tell when something might be referencing something or might, and it's like, I don't know. So, yeah. So, I guess I just will do whatever it is I'm doing and um, be okay with it. And yeah, yeah. So I hope things turn out okay. Um, I'll be okay as long as I continue to choose to be. So, people make choices, people make decisions. I don't get to, you know, I don't have to understand them. I don't have to like them. Um, in some way, it might be, I might be better off. Um, I don't have all the facts. I'm not aware of what's going on. I'm not made to be aware. So there's reasons beyond my understanding. And if I was wanted to know, then I would know. I should have been made to know by now. And so, I can be sad as all I like. And, or I could have chosen to be angry or frustrated, which a little bit, but mostly just sad and confused and bewildered. And like, why? I don't get it. And then worried about like anything that I do is being, perceived and felt as an attack. And I'm attacking, attacking, attacking. It's like, ah. So I won't be surprised when I, log into my Facebook and I see that, they're gone. It's like, that's a matter of time. I will obviously, you know, provoke and, you know, insult or offend somehow. Like this. This is probably insulting or offending. It's like, it's just me talking my thoughts. They'd be my thoughts whether I said them aloud or not, or wrote them, you know. So I'm much better off, speaking my thoughts and writing them down than, because I'm going to be thinking them anyway. So it lets me know that they're real, and I don't consider myself to be um, terrorizing or victimizing anybody else. They just don't read. And so, in this particular case, for this particular person, um, the best thing I can do is, it's like I am free to write and to talk in my space, in my places, but just don't write for them in their spaces. So that's my new thing is I just will not be in their presence. I won't promote myself or be in their peripheral vision. I just don't need to be in their vision. I'll just you know, I'll disappear from conscious thought. And and yeah, they've got they're okay. They've made their choices. They've got their people. I am not one of them. I would have been one of them if I could stay in my place on like a shelf somewhere, where it's an amusing, I do have interesting things to say, but I would not stay in my place on that shelf. So I wanted to be more than just a part of a collection. So I think yeah, it's not about deserving or being owed, you know, but I do want to be more than just that for somebody, and they acknowledge that, I think, not in so many words, but that they are just saying that they are not for me. They acknowledge that it's okay. I don't know how to say this, but I should, but they are not, and I should go. But it seemed like, so that's where I get confused. But whatever it is that I'm confused by, and it seems like to me, that wasn't about me. That was about somebody else, and I just happened to see it, and it was coincidence, and I'm just reading into it that it might have been about me, or I'm thinking, or I'm wanting it to have been about me, but it's not. And that's my own, so, yeah. So I never meant any harm, and I do get emotional. I do go on emotional benders. So, and for people of, it's like, I have difficulty reading things and reading things responsibly. I can read them in many voices, based on the history of characters that I have encountered. So it's like, whose voice am I reading it? Or am I reading it in my own voice and, reading, hate and venom? And so I really don't know exactly in this case what I'm reading. Maybe I'm reading into it, and so it's like, I don't know. I really don't know. And I'm never going to know, because there is doesn't seem to be any, interest in ever having any communication or correspondence of any kind, outside of, that what was that ever even a possibility? It didn't, maybe not. So, yeah, and I was looking for something with a future, and so, heaven forbid. So, yeah, and if there was no ever going to be a future, then that was it, really. I was looking for something with a future, with a progression, with if that was not the case, then that's not the case, and I can't change their mind. If they've already settled on the rest of their entire life, and then and they know what they want to do with the rest of it, yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, I don't know what I want to do with the rest of mine. So I'm still in search mode, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. Keeping my eyes open, keeping my possibilities. I don't know. I'm just kind of doing whatever. Life is going to take me where it's going to take me. And it might keep me here for a while. And I'm doing okay. I'm doing a lot better than how I used to be doing. So I can't be doing bad. Because that was really bad. And I still must remember, I can't save anybody. I can't really help anybody either. That is already people make choices, and until they are, if they don't want to change, then they won't change. And if, or maybe some people, it's like me. It's like I couldn't. So I'm not saying anything. I have dodged those topics, and I will continue to not bring them up. As long as it's about somebody else, then it's okay. I'm talking about somebody else. Um, it's like whenever the topic of, what's it, I like it how you say it, psychopathy, psychopathy, or sociopathy, sociopathy. I don't know how you say these words. Or narcissism. It's like, some people are like, get greatly offended. It's like, oh, how dare you accuse me? And it's like, I don't even really know what it means. But I probably could be accused, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. That sounds like me. And it's like, because I don't mind. Or, but I think a lot of those have to do with the inability to be empathetic and place oneself in another person's position. It's like, I might be able to do that when I'm forgetting. But most times, or when I'm just thinking about myself and my own worries and concerns and how things affect me. But I usually cut through that pretty quick and just call it, bullshit, and make fun of myself for forgetting in the first place. So, and if somebody wants to call me that, or think of me like that, or write me like that, then people can think what they like, because they're going to think it anyway. Think it anyway. They're going to say what they like, because they're going to say it anyway. They can write what they like, and they can write it anyway. It doesn't make anything about it true. Nothing what anybody says or thinks or does or writes makes it the truth to me. And besides, I'm not really worth the time. I'm not worth anybody's concern. I'm just some idiot, and who happens, and even like, it's like, I am not, and that's funny too, about, people, no one in particular, that whenever something happens, it's like, oh, I gotta get revenge, or retribution, or it's like, why? Especially for people like me, it's like, being how it is the way I am already, that's enough. I am already struggling, and with all of everything that I just don't understand. So that's enough. I'm already suffering in so many ways. And it just doesn't show because I'm used to it. It's like the weight of my clothes. I don't notice the feel of it, the weight of it, until I think about it. And even then, it's like I just think about when I'm currently, but I don't normally sense it. It's because I'm just used to all my suffering. I'm used to my confusion. I'm used to the reality that, in which, I find myself. So it's like, and that was my other thought after the meeting tonight, which was about spirituality. It was like a lot of my stuff, if the words that I use and the way I say things, if it was coming from somebody with a reputation, or like somebody important or somebody famous, it would be like, oh my gosh, but it's just coming from me. I'm nobody. I don't have, and I don't want to be anybody of note, so it's like, so it's like, because I get that in the meetings too. It's like, I will say something and it's like, it's not as interesting, but then somebody else will say the exact same thing, and oh, well, it means something when they say it. It just doesn't mean anything when I say it, because people have already chosen who they're going to listen to, or who they like, or I am nobody's favorite, so it's all interesting, I guess, but and it hurts. It hurts to be unchosen, unfavored. to think that everything was just kind of, like falling on deaf ears. It's like, yeah, that hurts. But it doesn't require me to be, angry or fearful or too sad. Yeah, I can grieve or whatever, but grieve over what? What did I lose? I can't have lost anything that I never had to begin with. And it's not like I'm missing out on, it's like, oh no, I've lost access to it's hard to say. I think they have a lot of potential. They have the ability and the groundwork, the foundation, to do some interesting things if things cooperate and they're given the chance. They need to be given the chance. And they need to get over themselves a little bit. Cut through their own bullshit if they are able to. I have to cut through mine. Don't believe my own publicity. Don't believe my own lies that I tell myself to make myself okay in the world. I'm only doing okay. Just. So, I don't know if they're capable of seeing that they need their lies to feel okay about themselves in the world. They need to believe as they believe to find sense. So, and it's a nice belief. I like it. So, a part of them knows. But, anyway. It's not up to me to destroy anybody's reality that's holding them together. I have my own reality that is stretched and needs to be maintained, the boundaries and borders of, guarded and protected. And nobody gets to call bullshit on me except for me. I let a few people know. And it's like, how dare you? So anyway, obviously, as it can be, yeah, I'm okay. I'm not happy, but when am I ever happy? And I don't mean to be mean, but I mostly strike out in venomous humor. So people don't know when to take me seriously. People don't know when to take me seriously. So, people don't get a chance to get to know me because I don't give them a chance. Or the people that I do give a chance, they don't want to get to know me. I don't know who's wiser. It's like, yeah, you're probably if you can get away from me unscathed, good job. Because most people that come in contact with me for a prolonged period of time, they come away different. Or different good or different bad, I don't know. But mostly you have to keep a safe distance. And because if I get too close, I learn too much. I try to keep it safe, keep it anonymous. But if, it's like, there's that thing about, it's like if I learn too much, it's like, But I thought that was the whole point, as far as like, getting to know people. It's like, getting to trust people is learning about them, But if people then think that that's being used to, like, manipulate them, oh, he knows this about me, so he's using that to manipulate me, or, it's like, no, I'm trying to use it because I think that that'll, convey my thoughts better, because I'm using it as an example, because I know that you already know that as a context and a reference point. So I'm trying to create an image, and create a thought, and describe my own feelings, and I have to use things that I think they understand to be able to describe them better. I'm not, so I don't know. I really don't know how anybody else thinks. So if they've decided that I am a threat, and I am a vile individual, and, you know, they feel that I am attacking them, that my words are intrusive and abusive, and I am unwanted, and I give them the gift of my non-presence. So, you know, it's an early Christmas gift of non-presence. So, and again, you know, all these words are completely safe because no one watches, and that's probably a good thing. I can't imagine what good could ever come from watching any of these, I mean, or even listening to them, you know. And no one does, so that's good. It's just a record for my own thoughts of what was going on, and this was what was going on for me. December 21st, 2021. So, anyway, yeah, beginnings and endings. It happens. It's okay. Sorry.